Or just whatever you're listening to right now.
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
Oh man,
It's a hard question.
I mean, you usually have a lot of the classic rock bands,
Yeah.
you know, the Beatles and
Definitely.
Stones and stuff like that for me. But you know, I'm a big Modest Mouse fan.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Absolutely.
The Police, you know, kind of going through different eras,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But Wes Montgomery and jazz, so that's just some of mine.
Awesome.
So.
I'm kind of weird. I listen to like metal and like stripped down folk, like Tallest Man on Earth, like Con Malloy.
Yeah.
from
Oh,
the
yeah,
December
yeah.
Stuff.
You treated us to
Between the Buried, you mean?
yeah, there you go.
That's my favorite
Yeah,
band.
that's
But,
a new experience for me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
so that's that. Then. I know Radiohead is probably my favorite band. I think they're
Okay.
like the best band in the world right now.
Talk to Nick Hill about that. He's, I think
Yeah.
he's on that,
I mean,
that wagon as well.
They can do no wrong,
Yeah.
in my opinion. And REM, that's definitely a big one.
Yeah.
Interpol, and then lately I've been in like I actually like a lot of like electronic stuff. Clark and Gold Panda, and there's a label called Ghostly International that I'm absolutely in love with that does
Nice.
a lot of electronic stuff, and so that's kind of, I guess, counter to the kind of music that we write, I guess, but
Yeah.
you got to have some variety in there.
Definitely.
It's the Smiths for me. It's hands
Yes.
down my favorite. I'm neck deep into Morrissey's autobiography right now.
Air 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. And
Yeah.
in stuff like that, I was kind of a 80s, what then was called college rock, and in the 90s it was alternative rock, and
Yeah.
and now it's indie rock. But
Yeah.
that, all
Yeah.
those people from the 80s, like like you said, REM and New Order and Joy Division and
Yeah.
bands like that.
Awesome,
and
definitely.
that's where my wheelhouse kind of is.
And
Yeah.
Pixies, that's definitely
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're with you there too.
Eric and I share that one, and
Yeah.
REM, and it's cool because we had a show in Murray. We went and played a little bar there, and there's a little chuckle associated with playing that. And it's cool because we just hook up our little MP3 players and kind of, even as much as I feel like I know about music and as much as I feel like Eric knows about music, it's cool to still be exposing each other to all these
To different
new
stuff.
artists and
Yeah.
things that you've never even heard of that group or that artist before, and
Absolutely.
that's something that someone you've been playing a band with has been listening to for years.
Yeah.
So it's never over as far as
Oh, yeah.
discovering.
There's so much.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
that is what just when you think you've heard everything and you're tired of everything, it's
Yeah.
find a new band that you're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's
Well,
amazing.
Yeah.
Every time we make a big trip like that, it's
Oh, yeah.
what's this? I kind of like
yeah,
that.
yeah, definitely.
Or this sucks.
Yeah. A lot of that
Yeah,
too.
Matt played us Between the Buried and Me, and I was like, oh, we're doing Prague now. I'll see you that, and I'll raise you some Peter Gabriel era Genesis, and that kind of thing. And so it becomes a friendly competition.
Well, and I feel like we typically don't just we don't outright slam each other's taste in music. There's always something you can draw from it and at least see where that person comes
Definitely.
from when they write
Yeah.
it, from
Yeah.
hearing it.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
also, now it's mandatory to listen to Africa by Toto.
Yeah.
Every time we listen to it together.
Well, and everything's so accessible now that like you can basically like, I want to hear this song, and just go on your computer and it's like right there. Whereas before, like even myself growing up, like I just know my parents had just a bunch of tapes, and like
Yeah.
now you can just Google anything,
Anything,
literally
yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I used to
And
go to
right
like Borders and listen to like the headphones on the wall.
Yeah.
I was thinking about those the other day. They're pretty much
Listening
gone
to-
now.
Yeah. Well, I remember listening to the Presidents of the United States of America, which is still one of my favorite albums of all
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Just listening to it on those headphones, like just
Right.
coming out of the wall, it was great.
Yeah.
I think nowadays you have the ability to, listen to a broader,
Yeah.
sound and everything like that, or a variety of sounds, and probably in the the 90s you didn't have that ability. 'cause
Yeah.
It was mostly what you heard on the radio. That was it.
It was
Right.
what the radio told you.
Well,
Yeah,
in
what the
fairness-
radio
Yeah.
told you.
In fairness, though, the
Do that
radio was a
now.
lot better back then.
Yeah.
Back then it
This
was.
is true.
Yeah.
I used to be able to turn on MTV and
See music.
Music.
super chunk and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
it's
Oh, I love Superchunk.
right.
They don't show videos anymore.
No.
Right.
Kurt
Yeah, because I remember
Sad.
discovering a lot of different bands from MTV and radio
Yeah.
stations. And
120
stuff.
minutes. Matt
Yeah.
Pinfield used to
Yep.
tell me what's up all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And now I avoid it. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, because I don't feel like watching Jersey Shore again.
yeah. Again, even. Yeah. Not even just once, but again.
Yeah.
I've
The
heard
same.
they're
I feel like the
swinging
same
back to
episodes
that.
all.
Like now they have shows. I did see like some episodes of Catfish, and noticed the whole
Oh,
time at
yeah.
the bottom
Yeah.
there was like
Oh yeah.
newer
Yeah.
bands.
Oh
that
yeah.
were,
Oh,
like
and it's-
popping up,
yeah, and
and it
it'll
like
actually
had the
give you the
tags and
info.
stuff, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because normally in TV shows, you're like,
pretty
oh,
cool.
what is that?
Yeah, you hear
Can I
something
hear
you
a
like
few
and you have
lyrics
no
and try
idea.
and Google search that?
Exactly.
It's like not
That's
enough
a good
time
point.
to Shazam it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to have to look up an ad again. It's like I just saw
Yeah.
it, and then I'm
Yeah.
going to go, YouTube the ad to then
Yeah.
YouTube the
Yeah.
music video.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the kind of the internet age, I guess. Yeah, you can find a lot of stuff more easily, but it's also so congested, like
Yeah, it's
flooded
very saturated.
with stuff that it's just you also get a lot of like junk thrown at you.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or people just spamming stuff. Like
Yeah.
we were talking the other day about on MySpace how people, it used to you'd go to like Muse's MySpace page and there'd be 50 like of these other pages saying, hey, you
Yeah.
like
Oh,
Muse?
yeah.
Check me
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And that's what's hard to do nowadays. That's the big kind of paradox in music now is how do you not become spam? How do you
As a
promote yourself
band,
without
yeah.
spamming?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's the only thing you can do. And I mean, there's the market's so flooded that how do we convince people that we're not just some schmoes?
But you have to use the
Same with
same
that,
you have to use the same tools that all the other bands are
Right.
using. Like Facebook
Yeah.
is your most
Exactly.
powerful weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've like for our release show, I went out and put up a bunch of flyers and posters and stuff, and you have no clue whether that's even effective. And
Yeah.
with Facebook,
Yeah.
at least there's like a ticker there. This many
Yeah.
people like you.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's so easy to just share things 50 million times, and everyone is sick of even hearing about
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So
Are there like local bands that you guys enjoy either playing with or listening to?
no,
Not at
no,
all.
I'm kidding.
No.
Discount Guns, we've had a really good relationship with them
Yeah.
for a while.
I'm to the point where I can't remember the last time we played a show that we weren't playing
with
them.
the yeah.
That
I mean,
seems like that happens
early-
though. These bands become like band buddies,
Yeah,
and you
some
find
bands.
yourself playing the same.
And early
shows.
on, we had that kind of relationship with a band who used to practice at the same building we do, who were called Rubles for Radia.
we miss you, Rubles.
And they're my favorite Louisville band of all time. And if
Yeah.
you guys are listening, get back together. My God, the world is poorer for your absence.
But like with Discount Guns, we like the music for sure.
Definitely.
But
Yeah.
it's also, some bands you play with and you like the music and you hate the people because
Yeah.
they're just their attitude or
Yeah.
whatever is just is really awful.
yeah. I
I
hear you.
don't know. Is there a better way to say that, or maybe
Not really.
one that'll get me in less hot water? But actually, for the most part, I don't think we've had any. There's not really any bands that we've.
I don't know.
played
We've
with
never
that-
beefed with any bands.
No.
or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Just wait, it'll happen.
Right.
It will, yeah. So what are some like local venues that you guys enjoy playing?
Well, we talked about Zazu's.
Yeah.
Rest in
Zazu's.
peace,
Yeah.
Zazu's.
New
Yeah.
Vintage, weirdly enough, we've actually only been into the New Vintage once.
Okay.
I enjoyed that.
Because, it's so new and we,
Definitely.
but Dillinger's really has been
Yeah.
a very pleasant
We love
surprise.
Dillinger's.
I love the sound of that room. It's
Oh, me
small
too.
and it's just, and Jamie and
Yeah.
Dave
Yeah.
who do sound are so good there.
Yeah,
And,
those are
Absolutely.
good guys.
Well, and we were considering, because headliners always kind of go to just to like see stuff and you think about it, and we were considering that for the album release, but Diamonds now, like their sound system's great, their stage,
Oh, yeah.
their space
Yeah.
is also solid. That
Yeah.
that's like
That's
kind of
a
an
pretty- that's a
underrated
big
venue
room,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
that
huge.
concert hall is
Yeah,
huge.
It is,
Definitely.
yeah. We were really surprised when we walked in there the first time. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Newly
Because you go in
renovated.
this like back door, like up these like
Yeah.
steps, and
And
you're
then
like,
it's
where
just-
am I going?
Yeah, this like cave opens up. In front of you.
Yeah.
Well, and with Dave and Jamie, it's I think any venue where we can follow them around,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it works out really well because we've recorded the demo with them
Right.
and this album.
Yeah, I guess it's
We've
worth
played-
mentioning they engineered our record, so they
Yeah.
have a
Okay.
sense for us.
And so it seems like every time they engineer something or that they are our engineer, that they get just more and more on to what they know the songs now.
Oh, okay,
which
so they
the
know
sound
how
is
it's
good.
supposed to sound.
Yeah, so he makes a lot of bands sound great anyway, but it's just
yeah.
nice to know that he knows when things are going to happen, when certain instruments are coming into play.
That's a
So.
certain comfort we have.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
He likes us best, but don't tell him.
I'm gonna go to the concert calendar really quick, and then after that, we're gonna play some more music by you guys. Tuesday, November 19th,